Welcome back to Auto Show, your go-to source for the latest in automotive innovation, reviews, and two-wheeled adventures. Today, we're taking a closer look at a returning legend that continues to charm both beginners and seasoned riders alike, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200. Blending retro design with modern-day usability, the VanVan 200 stands out as a stylish, nimble, and capable machine in the small displacement motorcycle category. Retro styling with a modern twist, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200 continues to embrace its classic design roots. Inspired by the original models from the 1970s, the wide, balloon-style tires, rounded fuel tank, and low-slung frame give the bike a unique, vintage scrambler look that's immediately recognizable. For 2026, Suzuki introduces fresh color schemes and subtle design refinements, including updated graphics and improved paint quality, giving it a slightly more polished aesthetic without losing its retro charm. It's not just a motorcycle. It's a throwback to simpler times, with just enough modern flair to feel contemporary. Engine and performance under the retro skin. The VanVan 200 carries a reliable and efficient 199cc, single-cylinder, air-cooled 4-stroke engine. It's not a powerhouse, but that's not the point. This engine prioritizes smooth throttle response, low-end torque, and user-friendly performance. Mated to a 5-speed transmission, the power delivery is steady and predictable, ideal for city streets, light trails, and weekend cruises. While unchanged mechanically from the previous model year, Suzuki has refined the fuel mapping for 2026, offering smoother cold starts and marginally improved fuel efficiency. Riding experience and ergonomics. One of the VanVan's strongest selling points is its laid-back, approachable riding posture. The low 30.3-inch seat height, wide handlebars, and generous seat padding create a welcoming setup for new riders while still being comfortable for experienced ones. The suspension, featuring front telescopic forks and a rear monoshock, is tuned for casual cruising rather than aggressive riding. Combined with the bike's fat tires, the result is a stable and forgiving ride that soaks up rough pavement and gravel roads with ease. Technology and features. While the VanVan 200 doesn't aim to be tech-heavy, Suzuki includes a few thoughtful touches for 2026. The analog speedometer is now complemented with a small digital display showing fuel level and trip meter data. LED lighting has been introduced for the headlamp and tail light, improving visibility while subtly modernizing the look. There's also an updated electrical system, improving battery efficiency and overall reliability, particularly in colder climates. Versatility and practicality. The 2026 VanVan 200 shines in its versatility. It's light enough for urban commuting, rugged enough for light off-road excursions, and stylish enough to draw attention wherever it goes. Its 1.7-gallon fuel tank may seem small, but the bike's fuel-sipping nature means you'll get impressive range on a single fill-up. The rear cargo rack returns as a standard feature, perfect for small bags or gear, making the VanVan not just fun, but practical. Final thoughts. Who is it for? The VanVan 200 isn't for riders chasing top speeds or extreme performance. Instead, it's for those who appreciate simplicity, nostalgia, and versatility. It's a perfect first bike, a fun second bike, or a lightweight adventure companion for veterans. At a time when motorcycles are becoming increasingly complex, the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200 reminds us that riding can still be about freedom, style, and fun, without overcomplication. Outrow, Auto Show channel, that wraps up our spotlight on the 2026 Suzuki VanVan 200. If you're looking for a unique, retro-inspired ride that offers both charm and capability, the VanVan deserves a serious look. For more reviews, breakdowns, and two-wheeled updates, don't forget to like, subscribe, and stay tuned to Auto Show, where we ride, review, and explore everything on wheels.